Hi everyone out there. This is my 2012 Victory Cross Country. A few weeks ago I snapped the clutch cable on it and I put a Save Your Ride cable on it just so that I could drive the bike. I'm going to do the conversion to a hydraulic clutch, and I thought I'd make a video of it. What the hydraulic clutch looks like in the package. So far it's just the handle with the reservoir, the slave cylinder, the braided line, and all the assorted hardware, the seal washers, and the bolt and everything else for all. I think that's about all that's in the package, and the instructions. And as you can see, it doesn't include the cross country, which is what I have. So, but I understand it'll all fit, and it's going to go on this. We're going to get the gas tank off it, the seat, the gas tank, go over a few other items that are going to, just be cleaned up and everything while I've got the gas tank off it. It's got, right now I have 32,000 miles on it. What prompted the clutch conversion was the fact that I just snapped the clutch cable. I have one of those Save Your Ride clutch cables on it for the time being, and it's been working fine. I've put on maybe 50-60 miles with that on it, but it works just fine for temporarily. We're going to get this thing changed out. Okay, I'm going to be putting the hydraulic clutch on the bike. I've got things kind of loosened up. So the first thing I got to do is get this mirror off. Then we got to take off this bracket right here. And that takes the clutch arm off. You gotta disconnect your power. And it would probably be a good idea to disconnect the cable and get that out of my way. Now this is a Save Your Ride cable, and believe me, it does save your ride. If if you're still using a cable clutch, I would recommend getting the Save Your Ride cable and just keeping it in a saddlebag or somewhere, and keep it handy, okay? Like I said, I broke this about 2 weeks ago, and it did save my ride. I managed to get the bike home. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. It was dark out, so there wasn't any traffic on the road. So I was about 2 miles from home, and I just turned around, brought the bike back, and I put this on it afterwards. And it would have been a lifesaver if I was, say, out on a ride somewhere, because it only took a couple of minutes to put it in. It was no big deal at all. But anyways, that's the clutch arm, and I want to kind of put things back together again here so that things don't get lost. But hopefully after this I won't need a Save Your Ride cable anymore. But I mean, I got 32,000 miles out of the cable, and I was very, very good about keeping it clean and lubricated. And I had just checked it probably a week or two beforehand, before it happened, because I had changed the oil in it, and I always check this stuff when I change the oil. And everything was fine. So it just It just snapped, and it snapped right down here. And there's nothing, you know, what are you going to do? It's the way it is. So now I've got to find a way of getting all that extra cable, from the old cable out of the bike anyways. And this has to come off, this bracket, not the bracket, but the nut that's holding the cable in. I don't know that. You could see that. Maybe if I held a light there, you could see it. This has to come apart. You got to cut that zip tie. There's another zip tie over there that's holding it in. And then I'm going to find out how it's routed through. So, you know, this might take a little while. Start working on that. It appears that it's a 13 millimeter. The new the slave cylinder hooks into this bracket, so you don't need to remove that bracket because you're going to need it if you do the hydraulic clutch. And that cuts that zip tie. That's loose. I'm not sure how that's routed just yet. We'll figure it out here in a minute. There's another zip tie there that's got to come off. I'm thinking I'm going to have to take that apart. I put this over it because I didn't want to drop anything down in that air plenum. There's that. Actually, I could pull that cable out of there. That's one less thing that I have to deal with. Okay. That's off. Oh, we got this here kind of funky looking bracket. It kind of just hangs in there and it wedges itself against the side of the frame. I'm not going to need it anymore. Now, oh, there's another zip tie there. This one has a little thing on the side of the frame that the zip tie goes through. There's that. Okay. We got that out. I don't know what you can see, if you can see anything, because of the way that... Okay, I see it there. Okay, yeah, there was another zip tie up underneath there that I had to cut, and I finally got it out, and that's that. Now we have to do is get the new clutch, the hydraulic clutch, everything run, the piping, and get it mounted. You need 3 hands here to get this done. There we go. We'll leave that loose for the time being. Get some of the... Now this cable, or actually the hose, has to get routed down through here around the triple tree, down this side of the bike, and then down to the slave cylinder. And actually, I think maybe I should probably mount the slave cylinder first, so that I get the proper length and direction and everything on the hose. So, and you want to make sure that this is extended out all the way when you go to bleed it. I guess some people had it in and they had all kinds of problems with it. But anyways, and basically that's all there is to that, is hooking it like that. Get this thing in the right location. And that's in. Okay, I got everything hooked up, ran the line. Here's the slave cylinder, and runs up through here, through there, and up around the triple tree, and then to the cylinder. Everything was torqued. I bled the system, and it seems to be working fine, except that, you know, I haven't tried the bike out yet, but I hope it catches where I like it to catch. There evidently isn't any real adjustment on where you can make it catch, as far as your, you know, where your clutch, your friction point is on the clutch. But everything went fine. I had a little bit of a hassle with routing the line, only because I was trying to get it to a point where it wasn't interfering with the steering at all. And it doesn't right where it is now. But that's, you know, that's the best you can do with it. So that's pretty much it. But all I can say is when I get the gas tank back on it and get everything all put back, buttoned up, we'll give it a shot, see how it runs. All right. The way I bled it was I bought a, it's actually a bleeding system that you can buy from a parts store. They're only about $25 or so. And what it consists of is it's a little reservoir that snaps in like that. And it's got a little hand pump. This connects to your bleeder valve on the slave cylinder. This goes into here. And what you do is you take and just pull on this, and it sucks in fluid. You leave your bleeder valve open, and it comes into the reservoir here. And when it gets up to a certain level, just shut your bleeding valve off, and then I drain it into an empty container that I have. And I redo the process again until I don't see any bubbles in the system at all. Okay, everything works fine. So that's where we're at right now on it. We're gonna button it up, put the gas tank on it, and see how it runs. Okay, we'll get back to you as soon as I have the tank back on it.
Well, my initial impression is that it's very smooth. I mean, it's silky smooth. And it catches out a little farther than I'm used to, but that's fine. It's, that's something that, you'll get used to. I haven't really ran it through the gears or anything like that. I don't do stuff like that, usually. But I can tell you that upshifting, I think the shift's easier. But that might just be my imagination. I really do like it. I will tell you that. I mean, it is so smooth that it's just it's an easy pull too. I mean, I thought, from what I've read in different forums and stuff that I've looked at, they said that they didn't notice any difference as far as the pull goes, but I definitely notice a difference. As far as I can tell, it's easier. How much easier? I really couldn't tell you. All I know is that it is an easier pull, and I do like it. So yes, I do. I do like it a lot, and just the fact that I don't have to worry about snapping another clutch cable, that's a plus. So I guess that's about it. So if anybody's looks at this video or whatever, if it helps you, that's fine. If not, well, I'm sorry, I did the best I could. Don't forget to either like, try not to dislike if you can, and please comment. I try to do things that people, I think, want to see. So I'd appreciate it if you could if you could comment on my video. And also don't forget to subscribe if you want. There's going to be more maintenance stuff that I'm going to be doing on this bike over the winter. New tires, brakes, stuff like that, because it does have 32,000 miles on it. Probably the fork oil. So I probably will do more maintenance stuff over the winter. So all I can tell you is stay tuned. Okay, bye-bye.